Let me hear you say Crux, yeah. Crux, yeah. Let me hear you say Crux, yeah. Crux, yeah. Crux, yeah podcast.
Crux Crawford.
Crux, yeah, brother. Here we are again, dude.
I like that.
Shawn Santos, dude.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's up?
What's going on?
Not sure where I need to look right here,
Thanks for
right?
coming on. You don't need to look. You can look there, but I mean, you know, the cameras are there. I don't look most of the time. But what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another week. Couple things. So I'm starting to do like upcoming dates and events in the beginning.
Yeah,
you know how a
yeah.
lot of podcasts they do them way at the fucking end.
Yeah, so everyone's like not even listen to any like, ending.
Yeah, or like I feel like you're rushing it in at the end and you always forget or whatever. But so I like to do it at the beginning. But here, real quick, obviously, as always, if you're new to the podcast or you're tuning in, you know, if you've been a listener since I started or for the past while, thanks for coming back. And, be sure to follow me on social media for updates, TikTok and Instagram at Crux Crawford, just like how my name is spelled. And then, the videos on YouTube, if you want to check that out, if you just want to listen, that's fine. Be sure to leave me a 5-star review on Spotify. Thanks to everybody who's been doing that so far. And then also, if you want to leave me a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts too, thanks to everybody that's done that so far. Even if you just hit 5 stars, I really appreciate all the support. Where are you going to be, man? What date?
March 20th. I got Dallas Hyenas actually.
Hell yeah.
Diego Morales is doing the Texas Chuckle comedy, and so I'll be in his fourth.
Because you were in the other one, right?
Yeah. He invited me back to this one to try again.
To like redeem
myself.
Cool.
I wouldn't call it redemption. Like it was a great competition. There was just a lot of good competition.
Yeah. Was that Thomas?
That was Thomas Craig that won that.
Yeah, Thomas is a cool guy.
The one white guy of all the contestants. I'm just saying it might have been rigged. I'm just playing.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, Thomas is cool. I saw Thomas on Thursday.
He had a good time.
I see Thomas a lot. Okay, so is that it? You got anything else?
That's the big one. I think I'm going on Mike Tribby's podcast like next week or something like that too. And then from there, just working on some material, man. Just keep working on new jokes and mics and get better. First year dude. Still.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, me too. So when are you going to have a year?
A year is going to be March 15th, actually. It's coming up real close.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was going to do a cute little post to like everything I've seen.
Yeah, that's awesome.
With.
Yeah, so it's you, me, Jordan, Cody, Corey Cherry, Jacob Marshall.
It was like the days the door
Ryan,
the Hyenas
Gerard.
opened with COVID. We were like all just
you started before me. Yes, I was thinking about this is just an idea at this point. We'll see how I actually feel when it gets to my actual anniversary in June. But I'm thinking about like maybe like organizing like a dinner for everybody that's had a year in 2022.
Hell yeah.
That started in 2021. So that'd be cool. Get everybody from DFW that's been that has a year at that point, when I do, or maybe it's about to, But
the support's crazy nowadays. Like 3-4 years ago, you wouldn't have the support system, I feel like, in the comedy world that you do now. It seems
I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to say, dude. Oh, but real quick, so let me do my things. So this is where I'm going to be. All right, so if you want to come see me, I'm going to be on the Classified Comedy Show. Last time it was at Dallas Comedy Club. This time it's going to be back at LG Taps on Greenville in Dallas. It's a great venue. It's outside. It's going to be starting to be nice again because it's March. So hopefully it'll be a nice day that day too and a lot warmer. So yeah, man, come see me there. Eddie Trevino puts on that show. It's a fucking awesome show. I've been a part of every one of them pretty much since he started doing it. And it's an awesome comedy show. He always has drop-ins of, headliner comedians, man. So it's a great show. Come and check it out. I'm going to be there. And then also I'm going to be at Dallas Comedy Club March 26th, Saturday, March 26th, 10 p.m. show. I forget exactly what my spot's going to be, but I'm definitely going to be there. I'm going to be part of that show. They hit me up about it this past week. So that just got added for me. So March 19th and then March 26th, Dallas Comedy Club, awesome venue, LG Taps, Greenville, awesome place.
Yeah, I saw you there that last time, man. You did put on a hell of a show.
Oh, the Dallas Comedy Club?
Yeah, where
Thanks,
Steak
man.
Toe took us.
Yeah, the guest spot. Yeah, thanks,
he
dude.
told you about that shit too, right? How he gave us a ride up there.
Yeah, his whole side of the story. Yeah.
Fucking left us there.
I'll have to have you back with him when I get the other mic.
Oh, man. That's what I'm saying. I was going to talk so much shit today, dude. I was like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, dude. No, that'd be entertaining.
Shout out to Steak Toe.
Awesome. He's
Piece of
awesome.
shit.
Yeah, he's awesome. He is.
No, we actually rode together.
He's awesome.
So I performed in Lawton. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, with Ian and Andrew
Dude,
and shit.
Outlaw Comedy Crew hooked it up for me. So I've lived
Ian
out
and Andrew
there.
are really cool, man.
Yeah, they were really good.
Yeah.
Billy McFarland was. I touched his ass. I touched Billy's ass.
That's funny.
It wasn't.
I don't really know that guy that well.
did.
I think I might have met him once or something, maybe. But I know who he is.
It's funny as shit because at the end of it, I was just like, "You smell good tonight." You smell good today.
That's funny, dude. That's funny, man.
But no, at the Vasca Theater, it was actually a really cool show venue. A bunch of my old buddies from the Army and stuff came out too, so they actually let me do a guest host spot. So I got to like host the whole show.
Oh hell yeah!
And that was just so much fun. We got Zach to come on too, so he got to perform too.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it was a
Came up
really
there.
good show. Am I backing off the mic too much?
No, you're
Oh,
fine,
okay,
dude. You're good. You're good. I'm just fucking out of it, dude. Like my hair, like you're talking about my hair, dude. So I have like thick, wavy hair. So when I wash it and I don't put any product, it's fucking like clown hair, dude. It gets out of control. And it's been just a crazy fucking baby day, dude. I've just been out of control, one thing after another. I'm fucking deliriously tired, but I have to do the show for the people, for the listeners.
Yes.
They count on this coming into their feed on Tuesday at midnight. And that's what I do it for.
Dude, I wait. I've been like watching all the episodes.
Oh,
now.
yeah?
So I have a little notification. I'm like, oh, click. Let me watch that real quick.
So it's getting to the point where I'm going to really start actually promoting it hardcore, like with advertising and stuff, because now I've banked. I wanted to wait till I banked up a couple episodes, not a couple, but several episodes, especially with the new year with the multi-camera and really like, full on doing all the YouTube shit in addition to the audio.
So this is the hard year for this podcast.
Oh, yeah. Because I was getting my bearings. Like when I started it last July, I started it after I've been doing comedy for like a month. And I was like, let me get my bearings. Let me figure out what I want to do. Let me figure out the cadence. Let me figure out the length of time. Let me figure out the logistics. I was waiting to set the studio up for a while, and now it's been up and running for several months.
By the way. I like
Thanks,
it.
man. Thanks.
Did you get that made by somebody?
Yeah, I got it custom made. It's Custom Neon. That's the company. So they did a really good job. It's really cool. They're really quick turnaround, and they're a great company. But not a sponsor of the podcast. They can be if they want to.
Marketing.
They can be if they want to. Yeah. It's not quite big enough to get that shit, but it'll probably happen sometime down the road. But yeah, man, so I've just been like getting my bearings, and then my whole goal was like, let me figure it out. Let me take the rest of 2021 to just build up a bank of episodes, get my cadence, get some guests, get everything set up with the studio and the mics. And then 2022 hits, and then I'm going to start multi-camera, doing YouTube, so where it's like super big boy podcast level, just like any of the majors, you know what I mean? And then have the audio be just as good as the video. So I've been doing that since the beginning of the year. So now there's
it looks
nice.
good. Every time I watch an episode, like
Thanks,
the audio doesn't sound bad, you know?
Yeah.
I see that when you like kind of like, your mic, like, hey guys, pull yourself into the mic a little bit.
And I don't feel bad doing that, because dude, like even fucking Joe Rogan has to tell people that all the time.
Because
he's always just like, hey man, you gotta fucking get a little closer. So yeah, I don't feel bad doing it. But yeah, man. So now that I have a bank of like the multi-camera and all that shit, now I'm going to start advertising it. Because right now it's just been.
I thought I glimpsed some like barcodes with your Crux over there in a box.
Oh yeah, those are stickers, man. I've been handing those out. Yeah, so it's like with the QR code, so you can scan it, and then there's a link tree with the YouTube.
You've been bringing
and
them out to the shows and shit like that.
Yeah, all the shows. I handed like 200 of them out. This is another thing that's happens with it's gotten my listeners up, which is it's so weird, dude. Because I put YouTube as the top link for that. Mm-hmm. So it's like if you scan my Linktree link, the YouTube to go to the podcast is the first thing, because I figure that's something that everybody has YouTube on their phone. So like that's something that
it's
you don't have to be
pre-installed. I mean, that's just it's there,
and you don't have to. Yeah, and like everybody can access YouTube. Doesn't matter if you're Spotify, Apple. So then I put it first because it's video. People like YouTube. It's universal. So I figured, that's the thing that most people are going to click on. So I handed out like a bunch of these at Tom Segura. I handed out like tons of them right after the show.
Okay.
So that's a music marketing tactic. So I'm like employing
that's
like
right.
my
You were
music.
A badass musician.
Yeah.
Rock band.
Yeah, man. So like I employed a lot of the music marketing shit. You know what I mean? So like I handed a bunch of those out, and it's funny, dude. Like some people went to the YouTube. You know what I mean? But most people just fucking listened. They just went to the Spotify and the Apple Podcast, dude.
Well, I know for me, because I don't buy that YouTube premium shit, a little too expensive.
Yeah.
With YouTube, like you have to leave it open, your phone.
True.
With everything else, like, you can just shut your phone off, and I'll be in my garage doing some stuff.
That's a good point. That's a good
You
point.
know, and
You're right.
like I get to listen to it the whole time.
I've been premium, dude. I don't give a fuck. Some people say it's too much. Dude, I just do it because I watch so much YouTube, and I love having to be able to minimize the fucking window so I can do other things while the video plays.
Yeah, but I already pay for so many other services.
I know. There's so many services, dude. I agree with you. There's a million fucking services.
I missed the three: internet, cable, and phone. Like, what happened to that?
Yeah, the cable. So even though I got like I do like HBO Max, Netflix,
Disney Plus.
No Disney Plus, man.
Not
we
yet,
don't.
though, when they get older.
Not yet. Maybe. Yeah, probably will eventually. But so HBO Max and then Netflix. And then I have Spotify Premium, and then I have YouTube Premium. That's still cheaper than cable TV.
Well, see, like I got
with packages.
two teenagers and one 8-year-old. So I got Disney Plus.
Yeah, you have older
I got
kids.
Prime. I got with all the extra HBO stars, all that crap. So I'm spending like $300 a month just on TV shows, man.
Fuck yeah!
And never can find anything to watch. Not to the wife, at least. Like, I gotta wait. Like, I got to click through and scroll. You ever sit there for like 45 minutes just scrolling? Category.
Yeah.
Movie.
Yeah.
No, I'm just not in the mood for that. You know what she's in the mood for? 3 movies, like Titanic, Forrest Gump.
Fuck.
And then she has to get dark a little bit. Murder mysteries.
Yeah,
That's
murder
all
mysteries, dude. Like true crime.
That's all it gets her. I mean, yeah, dude, I wake up in the middle of the night. Like, this shit's real. Like, you wake up and you see them watching it till 3, 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And then you're just curious of, like, is she learning? Is she taking notes?
Yeah, right. Yeah, like how to kill the husband kind of
Like
thing.
how not to, like, get caught?
You did Mikey B's podcast a while ago, right?
Yeah.
Can you smoke in there? Does he?
Yes.
They smoke.
Yeah, they
right?
smoked in there.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
cool. Let's go. I'm supposed to go do that one soon. He's supposed to come down and do mine.
I think that he doesn't like smoke a lot. Like, we're like just like.
Oh, I'm not like, is there smoking in there? Do they allow smoking? Because I'm very uptight about the smoking. I was just saying, like, fucking. I was trying to recall because I listen to that one pretty much every week, and that's the thing where I'll look at the video, but I will also just listen most of the time, just because I'm busy, I'm driving, I'm fucking.
Yeah, I know they smoke cigarettes, but nothing else.
That's right. Okay. No, I was just curious because I was like, they smoke inside. Fuck.
Well, every now and
most
then-
people don't smoke inside anymore. That's why I was bringing it up.
It kind of sucks too, Like, you used to be able to smoke in airplanes, but then I feel bad now that I think about it. Like,
yeah,
that would have
trip.
sucked for kids back in the day, just burning eyes of planes.
Yeah, it's a trip, dude. That's a fucking.
I miss
trip.
IHOP. They used to quarantine them off. They used to go in this room if you're going to smoke.
Yeah.
Like, I just missed kind of a little bit of America like that,
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
everyone got treated equally, even smokers.
Right.
Like, I went to Main Event last night for a work thing. I actually won fucking Employee of the Year at my company.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, yeah, man, things are going great. I'm still a father of 3. I got a daytime job. Comedy is a thing I want to pursue all 100% into, but I still have to financially take care of 3 kids.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there's a long time. So, like, I don't know if you listened to this, like, when I first started, and he did it because he's been a friend of mine forever because of AA and because of sobriety and shit. But Alonzo Bowden did my podcast, and winner of Last Comic Standing. He's been a professional headliner comedian for fucking over 20 years.
Actually, I do remember that episode. I think I did watch that. It
He's
was like
buddies with
episode
Joe
3 or
Rogan.
4.
He's been on JRE multiple times. Like, he's a pro. You know what I mean? He's a national headliner, international headliner. Anyway, he's also been a friend of mine for a long time, which is why he did the podcast. And that was the first time I actually sat down and talked. It was Zoom because he's in LA, but that was the first time that I sat down and talked to him about stand-up comedy, really, for the first time I ever knew him. You know what I'm saying? Because we've just talked about just everyday shit or sobriety or whatever.
Right.
So he was telling me, like, because my point is with you saying, like, oh, yeah, this is just what I got to do to support my family. He's like, dude, your first 4 years of doing stand-up comedy, this is what he said. He's like, dude, any money that you make, like, in your first 4 years, he's like, just consider it a blessing. Like, even if it's
absolutely.
like 20, 30, 40 bucks, like, consider it just a bonus. He's like, you don't really make money your first, like, 4 or 5 years doing comedy. He's like, you should just be fucking learning. He's like, that's like your college years. That's like when you learn the craft and you're absorbing, you're soaking it all in, you're getting good.
Yeah.
You're learning how to do it. So
It's
that's what he said.
Because I actually had another guy tell me, he's like, watch your old stuff now. Like,
Right,
watch
from
everything
months
that
ago.
you did, like, from months ago, even fucking weeks ago. And you're like, you always find out you're getting better each time. And it does take time. I've humbled myself to that a lot.
Yeah.
Coming
You
in
gotta
with, like,
remember
a
that.
high energy and ready to go. And it's like, yeah, bro, you're good. Keep the energy. Just, just know you got to be patient too.
Have you, was this the first time that you ever tried stand-up, this last time that you started in 2021?
No, I did try when I was a teenager,
Uh-huh.
so like 18 and stuff like that.
You went to a club and did an open mic?
Absolutely.
Or what? Okay.
Absolutely. It wasn't like anything. It was like I want to say it was God, I think it's a closed bar now.
Oh, you told me this is like downtown Fort Worth or something. It's like a jazz club or some shit.
Something like
that.
No, it's
I might have made that up.
maybe Red Goose Saloon or something like that. But that's no, it's.
It was
not
a bar?
that. It was a bar for sure, but it just had like an open mic. It wasn't just like comedy. It was like music. You do whatever you wanted to do.
Yeah.
But I thought I'd go up there and try to do like a few minutes just to see.
Right.
You know, and I've been in theater all my life as a kid too. So it's like, you know, I've done improv, you know, and that's easy because it's suggestion. So I was like, oh, I got this. I fucking didn't. I didn't have anything. I got up there and froze, got scared.
Yeah.
Just didn't do anything. You know, because I just didn't know what to say to these people. And I'm 18 that has no knowledge of life. I mean, I've heard my addiction, but nobody wants to hear a kid talk about doing meth at 13 with his mom. You know, like that's not funny to them when they see it right then.
Yeah, it's interesting, dude. It's interesting, right? So like I did the same thing, dude. In 2012, I went to like a couple open mics, maybe like 2, 3, 4. And then I did at the Haha in the Haha Cafe in fucking North Hollywood, right? It was at their old location because now they're down the street. But I did that open mic. You pay $5 and you get 3 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever. Oh, you had to pay? Yeah, but you get up right away. So there's no like fourth block or anything. It's like the shit starts at 6 or 7 or whatever the fuck. Like, yeah, you pay $5. Chris D'Elia, when he started, he used to do that every day. $5. Yeah, that's where he worked out. That's where he got good.
That's what I'm saying. I guess
supposedly,
it's like
according to the owner,
membership, but it's comedy membership.
According to the owner, yeah, he would go every day, right? Because they have it every day of the week, Monday through Friday. So I would go. I went to that a couple times, right? So I got lucky. I said like a couple funny things. I had a decent set or whatever.
So you got the hook already, like the little bit of the.
So we'll check it out. So like this was like my second or third time doing stand-up, right, in 2012. So I had like a little decent set, whatever. Like I got lucky. And then this fucking comedian afterwards, I got off stage and he's like, hey man, you were pretty funny. Like, you want to come do my showcase? You know, it was like a bar show, right, in Hollywood. So like a couple days later, whatever the fuck, whenever it was, I went and did it, right? Bombed, ate a dick, right? Because on the way there,
more people too.
Yeah, there was probably like 20, 30 people. You know what I mean? Nothing crazy, but there was enough of a crowd to get the feedback that I needed. But so I went in there, I got the showcase. I was like, this is how it's done. Like, I broke the code, bro. It's easy for me. I'm a prodigy. I'm a genius. You know, plus I was a lot younger too. So I was like cockier and you know, more ignorant. So like I go in there, dude. I bomb and I'm like, fuck this. You know what I mean? I was just like, fuck this shit. I didn't do stand-up again until 2021.
I'm 32 right now, man. 2021. So yeah, 32. I don't know how old you are.
I'm 36, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm older than you. So this is when I was 26, right? Or whenever 2012 was. Was that 26?
Yeah, I was 26. Time, bro. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I don't die on anything, you know, stupid.
Yeah. There's always dying. But
let's get morbid here.
Yeah, but anyway, so that doesn't even count because that was like a 3-week span. You know what I'm saying? I
did like taste 4 for it, though.
I got a taste for it, but I guess what I'm saying is it's not really like what I'm doing now, where it's like, dude, since June of 2021, I've been going to fucking 4 to 6 plus open mics, you know, all the time.
Oh, dude, yeah, I see you all the time. You hit more than I do, bro. Like, shit.
Yeah, I do quite a bit. And so it's nothing compared to that. I mean, because this is like working, like doing well, bombing, you know, the whole deal. Fucking learning.
You kind of have to know it. Like, you kind of have to know what it feels like to suck sometimes, I feel like.
Big time, dude.
Because I've been getting that more recently than I was when I first got when I first came into it. I was like, it was 6 months of just bliss and joyful, like, yay. And I was like, oh wait, I need to do better.
Pink cloud.
Yeah.
Casey, you know Casey, right? Casey Coleman, of course, right?
Absolutely.
You ever talked to him about that?
I've only ran into him a few times, actually.
Okay.
I accidentally was like drunk, like Facebooking one night, and I think I made like a shitty comment on one of his pictures, and I was just like, I deleted it real quick, and I was like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, and
then you blew him, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So no, anyway, he's fucking cool. He's been on the podcast. We talk quite a bit. Anyway, his whole thing, if you ever talk to him, his whole story is that when he started, he got lucky. He was pretty funny right from the beginning, and then he lost it, and he wasn't funny for a little bit. This is according to him, and he had to like kind of get his chops back up and build back up and get funny again. And you know what I'm saying?
I think it's always evolving, new material. You can't get back up there and just tell the same 6 jokes, you know, and expect you to like be like, I'm gonna be funny every time with these 6 jokes, you know?
Yeah, you got to try new shit, dude.
And new shit's scary. Like,
have you seen the Comedy Store documentary?
I think I did watch that one.
It's a Showtime, but you can watch it I watched it on Amazon. I just bought it on Amazon. It's like 4 parts, 5 parts, whatever the fuck. But you know, it's multi-part. It's fucking great. If you haven't seen it already, I watched it a few months ago, dude. They talk about that. All the fucking pros, comedians that you and I each like. You know what I mean? They're talking about, dude. If you're not fucking bombing, like if you're not working on new shit, then you're not getting better. They're like, you're not expanding your set. You're not getting better. You're not becoming more dynamic. You know, like they talk about all the fucking pros, like legends, even like Richard Pryor and fucking like Sam Kinison. Like they would purposely go on super late when there was like 6 people left and just go up there for an hour and just fuck around and not do well.
Dude, that actually sounds fun.
They would do like a fourth block kind of thing, like where they would just purposely, they would go up there just so it wasn't a lot of people and they would just try shit.
And just,
yeah, like Richard Pryor get up there and just bomb for like 30 minutes and then just be like, I'm not funny tonight, and just leave. You know what I mean? Like,
well, didn't Dave Chappelle himself said like the first like 18 fucking ones he ever did, he just bomb. So I heard Patton Oswalt talk about Dave Chappelle because I guess they started on the same day. They were at the same open mic. Patton Oswalt was 19, Dave was 14. This is according to him, and he said he saw when Dave went up that he saw that quality. He's like, this guy's got like that supreme level of. He had the energy. He was new, but he had that energy. He was like, you could just tell he had like star power, that comfort, that presence,
and he did well that set. But for like a year after that, bombed. Like, just like couldn't get a laugh, I guess, according to him.
Fuck. See, but I think that's like you said. It's just that the integration, like anything I've ever done in my life, like military, anything, like you got to go through the fucking suck too. You
do, man. Yeah,
get through that suck to move forward, man.
You have to. You got to pay your dues. You got to you got to struggle through it, dude.
I gotta humble myself each time that I get like a little bit of that good comic high, like where I'm like, oh, I'm doing so great. I'm getting $20 a show. What? Oh, I'm making it. And then it's just like, wait a second, Shawn. Like, you gotta slow yourself down.
Sobriety's like that too, dude. Like that whole first year, the first year is shit. You're emotionally unstable. You're going through ups. You're going through downs. You're figuring stuff out. You're a new guy. You're getting hazed by old timers because you're new and you say and do dumb shit because you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
You're just
same thing with comedy.
You're just trying to fake it till you make it.
Yeah, same thing with comedy. And just like sobriety, just like another parallel to comedy and AA for me is that everybody has their own experience, right? So everybody like gets like really emotionally sober and shit and has like a spiritual experience or whatever at certain times. Some people it happens really fucking quickly. Some people it takes a couple of years. And I think that's the same probably for comedy too. Absolutely. People find themselves, people getting better, people getting like certain levels of comfort. You know what I mean?
And there's so many different genres of comedy.
Yeah.
Like everyone's not going to be the same cookie cutter comic. I mean, I get that if you want to work a show, like you got to, work on your clean stuff to your dirty stuff, but at the same time, it's like, you got your punk rock to your rap, to your grunge, to your metal, your screamo, emo, just like music, you have those subgenres of comedy.
Yeah. There's definitely different stuff, dude. Yeah, for sure.
And it's great to see it at these mics lately. Cause you get to see so many guys like awkward comic guy that I love to death. He's just great on stage is Dan Gilbert. Dude, he cracks me inside. Dude, he cracks me inside. Yeah. I can't not smile when I see that dude on stage.
Yeah, Dan is he's a character, dude.
Just to be able to sit down in the audience and just not care.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah, he's super comfortable for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's super comfortable. But I saw him last night. No, I saw him last night because I went and checked out. So the show I was on last month was at MacGyver's. They did the second one last night. Okay. So I went and checked it out because it's down the street from my house, and like kind of made a little appearance, watched a couple sets. Then I went up to Joe List's show at
I had free tickets and I didn't fucking go.
Yeah, it was good, man. I watched the Late Show. He was really cool, dude. I was talking to him like on the side, like he was hanging out in the room the whole time. He watched CJ Landry's set, dude.
CJ Landry's funny, dude.
Dude, he's funny and he's a really cool guy. But I'll tell you this, dude, you'll hear about this. This last weekend, he featured for Joe List the whole weekend, and dude, his reputation's about to fucking take a couple notches upward because, dude, he murdered so hard. So Jacob told me that he did this on Friday, and I saw it with my own eyes last night on Saturday. He murdered so hard that fucking Joe had to like acknowledge it when he went on stage. You know what I'm saying? And dude, so I'm Joe's sitting there watching the show, kind of playing on his phone during CJ's set, and I'm leaving him alone, but I'm also talking to him a little bit. He could tell I was a comic, I think, because I was talking to CJ and I was off to the side. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't sitting down, so I think he kind of just assumed. Very fucking cool guy, because I listen to Tuesdays with Stories all the time religiously. I listen to his podcast with Mark Norman. So I said to him, like an inside joke, like he's got like silent reflux, and they call it silent re. So like I leaned into him. I was like, "How's the silent re?" You know?
Oh,
dude,
shit.
he didn't skip a beat, dude. He was like, "It's doing okay." I had some buffalo wings though, so I don't know. Like he didn't. Yeah, he like totally just leaned, like went right with it. Like I fucking knew him. You know what I mean?
That's nice.
Yeah,
man.
big time. Super nice guy. So then I was like, I leaned back. I'm like, let me leave this guy alone. I don't want to fucking bother him. You know what I mean? Then he leans over to talk to me. Like he's talking to me, you know, carrying on the conversation. He's like, I forget what the fuck he said. He said something. I forget. But he was talking to he's like, God, will this guy start bombing already? Jesus Christ. He's like, he should be headlining. This guy's fucking
Dude,
killing.
I worked with CJ at the Bear Creek Bistro show.
Oh, that's right. He like headlined the bar show or whatever.
And I mean, he still killed that fucking show. And unfortunately, I invited a couple of people that showed up and like they walked out like during his showcase and he said something to him. My buddy still remembers that tagline. It was like, "You're a piece of shit" or "asshole," something like asshole or something like that. But yeah, CJ killed it, man. I even fucking went up to him like a couple weeks later and I was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" He's like, looked at me like he didn't know who I was
talking to him.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, okay." He doesn't remember. It's cool.
I think you were, to be fair though, I think that night you had something different with your appearance that's not normal. I think you had a hat on or some shit. You don't normally wear a hat, or you had like a hoodie on. You looked a little different, dude. So if it is someone didn't know you that well, or maybe they only met you once,
yeah,
and you were different. You know what I'm saying? You looked different, dude.
Yeah,
like, I knew it was you because I saw you before the moment you're talking about.
Right.
But if I didn't know you that well and I saw you, I would easily kind of be like, "Wait, who is this guy?" Oh yeah, okay. In his defense.
Oh no defense to CJ. CJ's
there's
cool.
a fucking defense, bro.
Yeah.
He gets
it
a copy
actually
of this
offended
sent
me
to
really
him
a lot.
every night.
Yeah,
when I finish, I
CJ
Landry,
you offended me. Call it, dude. I have one more crazy story about this whole year. Was the TJ Miller show? Were you there?
No,
you didn't hit.
That was
any
before
of that?
I started, I think.
Dude, so me and my wife get tickets to go there, sit front row. We get drunk with this dude named Aiden Hunt. Really cool guy. He actually ran like a little chef kitchen. Then he was actually the bartender at McFly's for a while.
Okay.
He was the bald one with the glasses. I don't know if you went to McFly's every now and then.
Yeah, I did. Until the fucking... Have you heard about how it ended?
Yeah.
I was there that night.
Oh, I
was
missed
there.
that one night, the fight.
Keep talking.
No worries. Yeah, that fight was nuts. But anyway, the TJ Miller one, man, we go enjoy his show. I guess I burped during the beginning of his set.
Okay.
And we're eating food, we're drinking, and we're getting drunk with this couple. Well, actually, his wife was pregnant. I was just getting drunk with this dude named Aiden, and we're just getting hammered. At the end of the show, we're supposed to have a meet and greet. Well, I guess I missed out on it somehow. And I went to Eric and I was like, "Hey, Eric, like this is before I'm even known as a comic. I've only been like 3 mics at that time."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Eric, I was supposed to have this meet and greet. It says it on my tickets." And he's like, "Oh, okay." So he brings us to meet TJ. TJ just looks at me and I'm like, "Hey, TJ, man, remember how we talked earlier? We're going to smoke that blunt?" And he was like, "I would never smoke with someone that burps during my set." And just like shits on me right in front of my wife.
Fuck.
Dude, my wife's Puerto Rican, bro. She doesn't take that shit. She starts cussing him out from the door all the way out to the full thing. Anthony Fink was like, I guess, working with him at that time and fucking is just walking that dude home. I guess the next day he got super drunk and like got into his fight with his wife at the Dallas Hyenas and shit. Like it was nuts.
TJ Miller?
Yeah.
Wow.
There was a whole story on that. I just wasn't involved.
Interesting, dude. That's fucking weird, man.
He's coming back though, so I'm gonna go buy tickets again. I can't wait for that one.
That's fine. I liked him in Crashing. I've never actually seen any of his actual stand-up.
His stand-up was good, man.
Doesn't he put on like show? Doesn't he have props and shit?
He had like a helmet that he kept fucking with, but that was only like maybe 5 minutes.
Okay. No, I wasn't saying it's bad. I was just...
But he was slinging hot sauce though, pretty hard.
Like his own
he was
hot sauce?
pushing his hot sauce.
Did he sell it at the shows?
Yeah. It was like, but see, with the ticket I bought with the meet and greet, you got a free signed one. They were trying to say that was just what that ticket was for. I was like, nah, bro, my ticket says meet and greet. Don't change the game.
Yeah, don't
on
fucking
me.
change the game.
Let me meet you, bro.
Yeah.
But also, this is COVID, like the height of COVID at that time. So maybe he was being safe also. But then at the same time, just getting shit-faced plastered at the other eye. So I don't know.
That's fucking funny, dude. Dude, it blows me away how much better. Like, obviously, like nothing's wrong with Hyenas Dallas and stuff. Like, it's cool and it's a great club, and I go to the open mic there every week and stuff. Nothing's wrong with it, but just aesthetically, Fort Worth Hyenas is just such a great fucking club.
And then
dude.
shout out to my best bartender, RJ, dude.
RJ's the shit. T is fucking awesome.
Yes.
The staff is great. The fucking layout is awesome. You got the red room, you got the main room, you got the bar, you got the fucking little pool table area.
Well, they give local comics such a chance to pull showcases in. Like Zach Sprung, I got to a 5-minute special with him, man. That was so much fun.
I did a private gig the weekend before this last weekend with Zach. That was pretty cool. Dude, it was for a police awards banquet. How'd
that go? Because it was kind of clean, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. So I would say probably and this isn't necessarily me purposely trying to do this. This is just kind of how things unfolded for me. Probably has a lot to do with just where I'm in life right now. You know, I got a family, fucking this and that. Plus, I work out at Backdoor every week, so
okay.
But most of my set's like fucking 90% clean.
But honestly, that's better comedy right now to get you forward. I mean,
yeah,
some places,
you know, and it's not even necessarily me going like I'm only writing clean. It's just that's just how. It's
you in 10 years
out.
is going to be like a Bob Saget.
You never fucking know, dude. You never know, dude. But like, so I have clean because that's the majority of what I have, right? So it was cool. It was interesting. It was like hot and cold. I talked about this last week. It's just like all the pros talk about when they get hired to do private events. Like it's just not everybody there's a comedy fan because it's not the right setting. You're not in a comedy club.
So you have to kind of sell yourself to the crowd a little bit.
Not only that, but dude, it was the intro too. So like the police chief was the guy who booked Sib, right? Because Sib was the headliner and then Zach was the feature and I was the host, right? So he comes in, nice guy, great guy, loved us, gave a great review, loved all of us, right? But he is not an entertainer. He's a police chief, right? So
right.
He's just a regular dude. And he's like, hey, we're going to start soon. And we're like, well, we're ready whenever you are. So he's like, okay, when everybody gets their food and everybody gets their drinks and everybody sits down, then I'll introduce y'all, right? So like, okay, cool. So he's like, y'all ready? And we're like, yeah. So I'm assuming he's going to go on stage. They
do
turn
the intro,
PA
like,
on.
Yeah,
they turn the PA on. There's no sound check. There's no nothing. He turns the PA on the stage, right? He doesn't go on the stage. He literally turns around on the ground level and just goes, all right, y'all, this is Crux Crawford. He's going to tell some jokes now. And that's it.
Mike's to you, bro. You got this.
So I have to run on stage. I said this last week, but I had to run on stage because I thought he was going up. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I had to go up. That wasn't cold, bro. That was frozen. But it was fine because I did fine. And I had a good set. So it was like one of those things where like a joke would hit and then a joke would miss, then a joke would hit twice and then a joke would miss. You know what I'm saying? So it was decent though. Like I did well. You know what I mean?
You know, you can't win them all.
You can't win them all. And it was real iffy. Zach went up after me. He had a really rough set, dude. Really rough set. Yeah, and he'll tell you that. You know what I mean? It was rough. He ended early. Sib, and this is the important part because this is all that really matters because he hired us, he paid us, and it's his name going down at the end of the day. Set. He had a great set, dude. He fucking.
But they were warmed up for him too because you two guys, man.
We did our job, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of it was figuring out the sound because no one had done a sound check.
Yeah,
so a large part of my set, I guess. So this is what the chief told me, right? So I was in the audience. I don't fucking know. A large part of my set was actually them trying to figure out the sound because it was all weird and echoey and stuff. So he's like, the problem is a lot of people in the back couldn't hear you for a lot of your set too. Like they really had to listen. And Zach said that too, actually, because he was back there seeing how the sound was going to be. So, but it was cool. I fell on the sword. I got it worked out. Then Zach went up there. He kept warming them up. So by the time Sib went on, everything was completely dialed in. The sound was fixed. Like he fucking killed it, which is
and
all
the
you
crowd
want.
Knows what they're there for at that
especially
point,
at a private event because it's his name going down.
Absolutely.
So the most important thing is that he does well.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Past that, they're not going to really remember what went bad.
No.
They're just going to remember what happened.
And it's his reputation, you know. So and he was happy. He did well. They loved him.
Oh, dude, when I hosted for Outlaw in Oklahoma, man, like I had like two good jokes at first. And then fucked one up completely. And just like, you know, and it was funny too because me and Andrew both said it to each other, bro. See how quiet that shit gets? Because it was a big old theater. It would just go, and it was just like in like a vacuum of silence. You could hear like any little fucking fart.
How many people was it?
It was a good like 100-something people,
That's
man.
great.
It wasn't intimidating on the crowd side. Luckily enough, the front row was like just friendly faces that I knew, so I could shit on them and then just keep going, you know. But everyone had Jordan Mack was there, dude. Had a great set.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was on the podcast promoting that date.
Dude,
yeah,
he had a great fucking set.
That's great,
man. Dude. Zach had a great set. Even with, dude, like you would.
Did he do a guest spot or what?
Yeah, I looked at Andrew. I was like, Andrew, let's get Zach on because he brought me up there. And I was going to tell you, we drove back. And he was talking about driving on mushrooms. Dude's an expert.
That's funny. I'm not. That doesn't surprise me one bit.
Because 2.5 hours drive back from Oklahoma, and we're all on mushrooms. Like, yeah, we're all on mushrooms. It wasn't a safe thing to do. I'm an adult now. Like,
who gives a fuck, dude? That's cool, man. Newports. I went out on menthols, bro. When I quit smoking cigarettes, I finally fucking quit in 2015. I went out on the most bitch ass cigarettes, dude. I quit smoking. My last year or two of smoking was the Camel Crushes.
See, yeah, I had the ones that were like it was like the green pack that was like a almost a Listerine of fucking
the
cigarettes.
super menthol. Oh, the Crush.
Yeah.
Because there was Camel Crush that would become menthol, but then there was Camel Menthol Crush. So it was already a menthol, then you crush it and become a super menthol.
That shit
I
was
love those.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to me, dude. Something weird happened because like when I first started smoking, like the years that I smoked, like I would smoke for years, then quit, then smoke. And what I learned from all that is when I quit in 2015 this last time, I cannot have one. I can't have one cigarette, dude. I really want to be that guy that has that. You know, I got friends that fucking, they have a cigarette, they throw it in their glove box, they forget about it, they smoke another one. So I can't be that guy, but I used to only smoke regular, dude. Menthol cigarettes, like early on in smoking, they used to gross me out. I'm like, oh God, who could fucking smoke
I always started
menthol?
with Reds. I started with my mom's fucking special
Reds,
blends.
Camel, Wides, blend
Virginia
27s. I never had Parliaments. I did
dude.
Parliaments for a little bit. Fucking number 27s.
Golden Beaches. Do you remember those?
No.
Sky Dancers?
No.
So I was a poor kid, and like this is like the only thing you could get. And they're like $1 a packs. You remember the little?
Yeah.
You'd see them like in the baskets in the front, like little Habibi stores. You know.
So it's like Basic? Is it like Basic brand and shit?
Dude,
Pall Mall?
It's worse.
Huh.
It's lower.
So I could not have a menthol. And then something switched in my brain, dude. Like towards the end of my smoking career, I fucking switched to menthol. And then I couldn't not have a menthol. Like if I bummed a cigarette and they didn't have menthol, I wouldn't take it. It was
You'd be
weird.
picky, right? Like, but
Yeah.
there's a point to where you're
I don't know
not
what the fuck
picky
happened to me.
anymore.
Yeah.
Like 2 hours
No,
of a
sure.
cigarette, you're like, dude, I'll fucking smoke a dick
I'll
right
smoke
now.
anything. Yeah, no, totally. But yeah, it's weird.
No,
So,
addict to addict. Honestly, nicotine is the hardest thing.
yeah, it's
It's
hard.
the
dude.
hardest thing I can break.
They say it's harder than heroin.
I honestly, it
Harder
is
than Coke.
harder than meth. Honestly, this is the hardest thing I've ever
It's
had
hard,
to do.
bro. It's hard. And dude, I had so many plans. I had so many fucking quit dates, and I always failed. This last time when I quit, I didn't have a plan. I literally just day by day it.
Done.
Yeah, it was completely pulled out of my ass, and I fucking did
It's
it.
it gives me anxiety. Just
But that's
thinking
after
about
like
it,
9
bro.
attempts. That's after so many attempts, dude.
Because you were just done. You're ready.
I was like, I left my cigarettes at work at my job at the time, and I fucking got home. And at the time, I was living in this spot in LA that was really secluded. It took like 10, 15 minutes to drive. Like, so I just got home. I was off work. So I was like, dude, I left my fucking cigarettes at work. I don't really feel like getting back in the car and driving all the way to the convenience store to buy some right now. And you know what? I'm about to have 2 days off. So let me do this. I've wanted to quit for a long time. Let me see if I can just make it through my first 2 days, my 2 days off without smoking a cigarette, because it'll be low stress. I won't have work stress. And let me see if I can make it through. So I made it through those 2 days. I get back to work. I'm like, dude, you made it those 2 days. It's almost that third day where like technically you're supposed to have nicotine out of your system according to what they say, right?
Bullshit. But
Yeah, it is bullshit. It is bullshit, dude. So I was like, let me make it through the third day. I made it through the fucking third day. So then, dude, literally, dude, I swear to God, it was just 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just on and on and on. Let me see if I can get through this day. Let me
You're
see
just
if I can
giving me
get through this
anxiety
day.
the whole time just thinking about it, man.
It was hard.
That's
It was hard,
so
dude.
rough.
It was fucking
because I know,
hard.
like one day I'll be pacing the house and shit. And my wife's like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm just fucking on edge. Like I'm just angry."
Yeah.
And it's like it's kind of
Nicotine
ridiculous.
withdrawal.
Like I'm over there like
Nick Fit.
dude, it's worse. It's worse than anything else, man. And the problem is, this is what I picked up at Narcotics Anonymous instead of anything else, man. Was smoking cigarettes, man.
Well, you could pick up a lot.
That and
worse
coffee.
things. Yeah.
Dude, I that's why I don't drink coffee anymore. It's too much coffee at a young age.
I'm coffee all the fucking time.
Can't do it.
I love
man.
coffee.
I had NCOs that would just drink that shit 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
It didn't have to be hot, like just fucking black, cold, and just just mud, dude. They're like, yeah. I'm like, dude, like you're not gonna make it past retirement if you keep eating that shit,
Dude,
man.
well, coffee's supposed to be good for you, man. Like
There's
as long
an
as you're not
extent.
throwing tons of cream and sugar in there and
So
shit.
I can drink that shit. Though.
I only drink black coffee.
Really?
Yeah, I'm fucking weird, dude.
That's hard, man.
Yeah,
like,
black
I can't
coffee.
do teas. I can do like a green tea, but it has to be like iced. I can't do any hot teas.
Yeah, I only drink things completely black. That's why I'm kind of a coffee snob because I drink it black, so it's got to taste good. It's got to be like
It's gotta be
higher
good
quality
roast.
coffee. Yeah.
Have you had that one Black Rifle coffee?
I love Black Rifle.
Yeah,
I go to the one in North Richland Hills every chance I get.
Yeah, see, I live right there.
Yeah.
Like next time if I am leaving to Hyenas, I'll get
That's
you
a
some
good
Black
spot.
Rifle.
That's a good spot, dude. I need to get an actual, because we just use a Keurig, so like I just buy the coffee pods. Yeah, but I want to get a real coffee maker because I don't feel confident about constantly having that hot plastic.
Yeah, I
shoot
agree.
coffee out of it. And I drink so much coffee too. It's not good for you, dude.
Dude, I'll tell you right now, the Keurig though is the best thing if you're like a mushroom
Lazy?
person.
Yeah.
Dude, we've mixed it in with like hibiscus teas, and we actually make
yeah.
like our teas that way.
Right.
And like, I'm not talking like, oh, we just go out and do mushrooms all the time, but like, we'll take a glass, sit out back, a couple hours, and go to bed.
And that's smart because my memories of taking mushrooms are just choking down the dry ass mushrooms.
Well, because you're just trying to get as fucked up as possible. Now, like I'm 30, I'm like, listen, I just want to chill, have a couple giggles. Dude, one time I did some tea with her and I sat in the bed for 4 hours having a conversation in my head with her that I swore that she could hear me talking to her, and we were speaking telepathy. And then finally I went to her after that next day. I was like, hey, babe, did you hear anything I said to you? She was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, legit, like, oh, babe, I thought you knew everything I had in my head.
She didn't share it.
No, nothing. She was just laughing at the fucking lights, man, just spinning around in circles because we had like a PlayStation, all this other little shit, spinning on, a little strobe and everything. Just laying in there, just blissful, talking to my fucking self for 4 hours.
That's fucking interesting, dude.
So sometimes, like I feel like it's hard being like going from an addict because, once an addict, always an addict, right? And then like, oh, go into like the natural, like herbal. I don't do anything that doesn't grow out of the ground. So like besides, I don't fuck with coke. I can't do it. Too old for that shit. It's in the scene, but I just can't fuck with it, man.
None of that would work for me. None of that would work for me. Like if I did, I could try to convince myself like, oh yeah, I'll just take some mushrooms, or oh yeah, I'll just smoke some weed. Dude, I will immediately fucking go back.
Just haul right there.
Dude. Yeah.
You call your old plug like, what's up? Let me get
fucking my old plug's probably fucking dead. Like you're taken by the cartel. But like fucking, dude, was it Red? Was it Red from Pineapple Express? Is it your old plug? Oh yeah, right. Dude, that was a great movie. Dude, it's Pineapple Express funny because like I saw Pineapple Express and Tropic Thunder. Those came out the same year. I don't know if you remember Summer of 08.
Great movies.
I saw both of those movies with the chick that I was cheating on my girlfriend with. Those are movies that we saw both of those movies before we went back, and I took her back to like my music studio. We just fucking just went at it.
That memory is more
and
ingrained.
She was cheating on her boyfriend.
Oh, you're
so we had a mutual understanding. It was a good agreement because it's like, I'm not going to tell on you. You're not going to tell on me. We know exactly what we're doing.
Oh, just a fling. I thought you were like in a relationship.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it was like a summer where you just get together and shit. No. But it was a mutual thing. And we both felt safe because it was like, hey, like, you don't tell
we both have something to lose.
On you. Yeah, we both have something to lose. It was both long-term relationship. Yeah, but dude, it was, you know what the problem was for me? I had no business. So I can't speak for her because it was a little different thing. I think she was like with her like high school sweetheart that she'd been with for years. They were in college at that point. They shouldn't have been together anymore, but they still were. And I was in my own version of that, dude, because the relationship that I was quote unquote cheating on, I was 22, at the time. And dude, this was a girl that I had been with for like a year and a half at that point. She was like 30. You know what I'm saying? So she was older. She was divorced. Her ex-husband was in prison. And like I tried to break up with her before. Like I started like as her like boy toy, and then there were like feelings developed. So I tried to break up with her, and then she freaked out. So I like felt bad.
You're like her security
This was way
blanket.
before, yeah. And she freaked out that I was breaking up with her. You know what I'm saying? So then I felt bad, and I folded and I went back. You know what I'm saying? So then I just told myself, fuck, I felt really bad. So I'll go back, but I'm going to cheat.
You know how many guys are like, fuck you right now? Because there's guys out there that don't get laid at all. They're like, this dude was like, he had the decision to end the relationship.
Dude. And then I said to myself, I'm like, well, I guess I'll just cheat. You know what I mean? Like secretly.
That's a hell of an answer to give yourself, man.
I just felt it's stupid, bro. But my point is, I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? And she was older. You know, she had a kid. She was older. You know what I'm saying? So she was way more of an adult than me.
Yeah, it's like go
and
live
she's
your
making
life.
a decision. She's like, dude, you got attached to this fucking 20. At the time, I was 20. Oh, okay. Right when we first started doing stuff.
So she was buying alcohol for you too and shit like that.
Well, I was sober. I got sober at 19.
Oh, okay. You got sober at 19. Yeah.
I've never had a legal drink, dude. Only illegal drinks.
That's nuts.
Yeah. My concept of drinking alcohol is like Mickey's 40s, Miller High Life, fucking Captain Morgan straight out of the bottle. Getting a bum to buy you a bottle of Bacardi.
You never had like an old fashioned.
I don't have a mixed drink. No, I've never had a fucking Manhattan or a fucking
then that's like
adult
the real
drink.
Drinking. Yeah,
I've never had an adult drink. You put me behind a bar, I have no fucking idea what's going on. Wow. I don't know what a vermouth is. I don't know what the fuck it does. So, anyway, just think about that though. Like, cause obviously I'm 36 now, dude. So I've been 30, and I was thinking to myself, like when I was 30, 31, I was thinking, dude, why on earth? Like the last thing I would do right now, I said this to myself when I was 30, 31. The last thing I would do right now is, I was already with my wife then, but I was like, let's say even if I was single, the last thing I would do is get into a relationship with a 20-year-old girl right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about like hooking up. I'm talking about a relationship, right?
Attachment.
Where you live together. You let her crash at my place, let her move her shit in, let her put her makeup in my bathroom, like live with me and get attached and expect that we're going to be together. She's 20 years old, dude. She's a fucking kid. So I was a kid, dude. I was 20, 21, 22. I'm in school. I'm in a band. I'm in a touring band.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's like,
did you get to go state?
Yeah, I've been all over. I've been to the Canada, U.S.
See, man, that's fucking awesome, dude. And having the music behind it, like you have a little bit of the network, kind of, don't you?
Yeah. Well, we still have I have royalties that I get paid, and we still have a project. Yeah. Nuts, yeah. We got like 70,000 monthly listeners on Spotify.
I saw GW West, Garrett West, that he's got his new band coming out too.
Yeah. He's got a band apparently, but yeah, no, this is like we had a record deal and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, we still put out a song every month.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we still actively do it. We got fans. Everything.
Do you have a showcase ever? Like you got like
we did pre-COVID. You know, we get offers, but it's got to be something that makes sense because now neither of us live in LA. The producer, he lives in Arizona, and then I live here. So we still get together. We'll mostly send files back and forth. We put out a song every month. Like we have fans.
Oh,
you know
shit.
what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, I'm missing out. I need to see that. Send me that link.
You might like it. You might hate it.
I'm a genre person. Like, I do 1920s all the way to like.
Well, what I always tell people is like, if you don't like my music, I could really give a fuck less because I have fans and I make money doing it. Absolutely. You know what I mean? So we get like about 200,000 streams a month on Spotify.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. It's more than most, dude. So
yeah.
You're like you have roots everywhere in every direction, man.
Yeah, man. That's what I did for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Because that's something I'm not new to. I've been in the music business since I was fucking 18 years old. You know what I'm saying? I've been there a long time. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I've toured. I've done all that shit. I've gotten in fights with fucking not fist fights, but I've gotten in arguments with promoters and you know, fucking managers and all kinds of shit. We've had to sue the record label that we were on with this project, and we got the money that we were owed after a year.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Have you ever heard of Attila? Have you heard of the band Attila?
Attila. It sounds familiar.
So, did you ever get into like metalcore or anything like that? Like the Warped Tour shit?
Well, like, you know, Wild Speaker? Or, see, like, I got into the underground thrash scene around here a little bit.
Okay.
My boy Nelson Favela. Shout out to him, though. Nice. But he's a guitar player for Wild Speaker, and they're actually just released a new album. But it's all thrash. And
that's cool.
Like that.
Yeah. So that whole scene, like that's a really big band. The guy has his own label and stuff, and him and his manager, you know, I can't speak to what he directly did, but his manager's a moron, dude. His manager tried to straight up jack our music and not pay us for it, the money that it was in the contract. So we had to sue him, and we won. And we legally got the money drafted out of their record label bank account.
Dude, that's so dope.
Yeah,
man.
Legally. Like Bank of America had to freeze their account for 30 plus days and withdraw the $6,500 that they owed us and send it to me personally in a cashier's check. Yeah.
And just send him like a thank you letter back.
I was thinking about it because like what he said with the last email, one of the last emails he exchanged with us was, you will not get any financial compensation from me. That's the last one before we just went straight up like legal documents. You know, you need to go to court. You lost in court. You need to pay us.
Because he still took your shit and tried to.
I didn't do it, but I really wanted to reply to that email when I got the check and put the pic of me holding the check and go, are you sure about that?
You should have.
I should have.
Yeah.
But the dude that I do it with, that do this project with, he didn't want to do it. So, and out of respect to him, he was kind of squeamish about doing it, and it's not just mine.
Just not because more drama. You already won.
Yeah.
Why?
That's
why
what he
stick
said.
it in?
He's like, yeah, why do that, dude? Let's not be on his level. And
but
I was like, no
at
problem.
the same time, though, it's nice.
I would have.
Yeah.
If it were just me, bro, I would have sent it. I would have sent a follow up.
My balls would have been sitting on the check.
I would have put my big, exactly. I would have put my nuts on top of the check. You know, everything, dude. And like, he didn't want to do it, and it's not. So out of respect to him, I was like,
it's fair. It's a business. You got to work. You know, as your team.
Yeah, man, it's cool. So you know, we do decently well with it. We need to pick things back up. We've been releasing music regularly, but you know, because of COVID, and because of the geographical thing, we've been a little detached. So I actually need to plug back into that. But yeah, man, it's interesting, dude. But yeah, man, what business? My point, going back to the relationship thing, like. I look back because now that I've been her age now, you know what I'm saying? And I was a lot younger than that girl then, you know? And I'm like, dude, what did she expect? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there should have been no
it's not like I was like married, you know what I mean? And I went to like the movies with this other chick secretly. It's like, this was like, I was in a relationship I shouldn't have been in, you know what I'm saying? I'm too young.
Yeah.
I tried to end it. It didn't work. Then I fucking felt bad. So I stayed in it, but I really wasn't involved.
Dude, you were Johnny Depp in What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Is that what he does?
Remember the older wife was like married.
So fucking long.
She was like married, and she was like having sex with him as like a little grocery boy because he worked there too.
Oh, okay.
And
was
like
Leonardo DiCaprio like his brother or something?
Yeah, because he was like special needs.
I remember
and then
that,
his mom was like super fat, and like they had friends she was gonna fall. They kept like foreshadowing that she was gonna fall through the house, but she never did. Never did.
What do you mean, like physically fall through the house?
Well, like yeah, because she was so big. Like they would always show like the beams and supports like getting shook around, little dust falling off. You know? Hear the creaks and groans.
I haven't seen that in so fucking long, dude.
Oh, dude, I'm a movie buff, man. That's all.
So am I, but I just haven't seen that one in a long time.
But yeah, realistically, yeah, you were just like you were her support blanket, and there's no need for that. I mean,
that's why when people were like, "Oh, that was." It's like, yeah, I guess on paper, yeah, it was shitty, but it's like it shouldn't have been happening. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't have been happening. Like if I did that now, hands down, no excuse, that'd be shitty. That would not be cool, and that's something you shouldn't do. But being like in your early 20s and someone's like 9 years older than you and they're expecting all this stuff out of you, it's like, what do you expect?
It was hard for me. I got married at 19. Known my wife since we were in middle school.
The same one you're with now?
Yeah, same one I'm with now. We went through our ups and downs, man. All kinds of crazy shit. Military, high school sweethearts. Like, I mean, like we defeated all the odds so far, you know.
But you guys are the same age.
Yes, we are.
So
both
you grew
32.
emotionally at the same level.
Yes. I feel like we tackled through a lot of different humps together and apart, which brought us even more together. And once you actually know like the person that you're with for that long, I mean, I feel like, you know, it takes a lot to keep that energy because nowadays it's so easy just to quit. It's so easy to be like, divorce, done. We can break up, relationship split. Here's half the money. Here's half the money. It's hard for me because like I grew up in such a broken ass like shit home that like I always wanted the construct of a family, and I'll do anything it takes to keep it going. There's never a reason to quit for me. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to like that, and that's the reason I hold on to it so hard is because I've just seen it so broken.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got deep on that one, bro.
No, me too, man. Me too. I had a similar kind of thing, dude. Like my parents split up early and, you know, all that shit. I feel like you have to have darkness in your past on some level to get into stand-up.
Dude, I mean, that's where
just like everybody
my last
about.
name comes from. I was born with Bowen, which is my mom's original husband's name. She actually cheated on him with a Brazilian dude, which, you know, that's you heard my joke on stage before. Yeah. But that's like true, you know, and then it's like she lied to everybody, even my whole family, about who he was because of race. It's all Southern Baptist family and shit. So, and then I get moved into another family. It's just meth, and that's all they run through. And then you just see just the negative of both sides, and you see racism with drugs, and then you see like what drugs did you with abuse, and then neglect, and then, you know, the sexual abuse. I mean, it goes everything as my childhood, man. And so it's like, that's why I think now, like growing up and being an adult, getting all this shit, you know, at 30 years old, both of us, right? We're all 30. It's just like we're so much more evolved than I feel like most kids are. Like, you know, most people that were 30 when we were 20.
Yeah,
you know,
and it's changed. Yeah, and everybody's on a kind of a different level. It kind of depends on what your exposure was and stuff. But yeah, dude, it's fucking, it's crazy. I feel like there's got to be some kind of darkness there for you to want to like do stand up.
Stand up is, you know, the outlet, man. It's the thing, the validation that you just never could. The first time you've had that high, the stand up high, when you get that fucking crowd roar, dude, that validation is like the best drug I've ever taken in my life.
Yeah, it's great. And I think also, just even aside from how you do, just the fact that you're like, yeah, I want to go and stand in a fucking light in front of people with nothing and just me. I feel like that you got to be, just like everybody talks about, dude, like you have to be kind of insane to do that. That's not normal. You know what I mean? What's really gone away from me now that I notice like different comfort levels, like now that I'm like, now that I've been doing it, you know, for a tiny little while, I notice the difference of like when I'm getting ready to like go up, whether it's a show or whether it's an open mic with people, like I don't care as much anymore. And like the first few times, it's like, dude, every instinct in my body is telling me, dude, don't do this. This is not good. You should not be doing this. You should be running away. Not necessarily like you suck, but like, because I hear a lot of comics talk about that. Mark Norman talks about that a lot, but it's more just like, what are you doing? This is not good.
Well, yeah, you're back in your head.
This is against every instinct. You should not get up there. You know,
as you're talking, your brain's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
like that's not funny. That's not going to be funny. Yeah. Why are you even thinking to say it in that?
You're going to get up there and stand in front of these people you don't know. What are you doing?
Do you remember the pacing?
You don't have to do this.
Remember the pacing?
So I definitely. So I asked people, I asked Jacob, I asked a bunch of people, I'm like, am I moving around? They're like, no, you're moving around a healthy amount. But I've on purpose tried to just stand still. Right now it's just something I'm just like currently like working on, because it's like, let me see how fucking still I can be, because that's counterintuitive for me. I do like to move around,
right? I like George Lopez, like he likes to move the whole stage everywhere and there,
right? But
I just realized I was just doing this because hyena stage is like this small.
Yeah.
So you're just like back and forth.
I definitely paced more for sure, you know.
I was
a
big pacer in the beginning. I
think everybody moves around a bit, right?
Just the shakes, you know, you're just over there like, and then the deep breaths, and then you're just like, you don't want to say you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be like
yeah,
or the silent pause, because you only get 3 minutes. You're like, oh come on, dude, 3 minutes, like I had it right there before I stepped on this motherfucker.
So now I'm getting to that stage where a lot of that stuff is starting to wear off, and I just am way more like grounded, and I don't have that anxiety as much. I still have anxiety,
absolutely,
but it's not like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Get the fuck out of here! You don't need this. You know what I mean,
dude?
Like,
I feel you, bro. It was like, I remember walking by Hyenas that one day and just seeing the open mic sign. My wife's like, you finally need to fucking do this. Like, you've been talking about it for years. Just get up there and see what it's like.
Yeah.
And now she's like, I fucking hate that you do comedy.
That's funny. That's funny.
She just, you know, it's all the time that it consumes, you know, and it takes a lot. I want to do more, but at the same time, it's like, I can't pull that far away from my family. I still gotta.
Yeah, it's a balance. It's a balance for sure. But you have to find it, and it's dude, to me, because I know a lot of people say, and this is just my personal opinion, you know, it's just like everybody else's. It's worth the same amount. So, like, some people say, like, dude, you just need to fucking, no matter what, dude, just fucking get up every hour, every day, every minute you can. I was doing that for a long period. Now I'm like, let me strategically pick the places to work out that I feel like are going to benefit me the most in terms of just what I'm going to get the most out of it. Where am I going to get honest feedback? Where am I not going to be just in front of 5 other fucking comedians that fucking glare at me the whole time? Like, that's not going to be like beneficial to me. I'm not going to grow from that. Like,
right.
in some way, shape, or form, I do believe like every minute you spend on stage talking into that microphone is going to benefit you some way. It's another minute. It's another hour of experience on your plate. But I feel like you're not, like, unless you have experiences that you can learn from, even if they're bad, like, you're not going to grow.
Yeah, you need an audience. You need a crowd. I feel like you need to know those things before, because you know, it was weird going to Hyena some nights and you'd have like 6 comics and nobody else, because you're going 3rd, 4th blocks and nobody's there.
Right.
And then you start getting those 1st and 2nd blocks and you get to try a whole crowd out.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like that mindset and that energy difference is just insane.
Yeah.
Which I get it now that we're like, you know, I say, oh, now that we're a little seasoned, we're nowhere near seasoned.
No, we're still very new, but we're older than we were.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? More experienced than we were.
And like, I think it just takes the passion to keep moving forward.
Yeah. Yeah, and grow, and like, so this is my point. Like, okay, so back to fucking McFly's, right? Because I was there the last night it went down. I was there for the Ian Mac fucking showdown.
Oh shit!
So, dude, like, did you hear what happened?
I did.
Okay, so like, I went up, and then a bunch of people. JP just started. So the whole time, these fucking guys are playing pool, right? And they're like regulars at the bar. Like, they go there all the time. They live around the corner and shit. They're playing pool. They're breaking they're breaking the fucking balls. You know what I'm saying? And they're fucking doing shit, and they're kind of being loud. They're talking. They kind of get told to be quiet, and they do get quiet, but then I think they're drinking, they forget, and then like a new guy will show up and they'll be like, hey. And so they were not paying attention. So then Ian kept trying to be polite about it. Then all of a sudden, dude, JP's like 1 second into his set, and fucking the guy breaks the fucking, according to Ian, the guy looked right at him when he did it. So, and I don't know if that's true or not, because I wasn't paying attention. I was talking to somebody. But dude, fucking Ian just goes like, God damn it, motherfucker. Like, something like that. Like, I'll have to talk to him about it when he's back on. Because, dude, he was like, you fucking idiot. Like, fucking breaking. Like, you dumbass motherfucker. Shut the fuck up. You know? He went off, dude. So then all those fools were like, oh, yeah. Like, they started stepping a little bit. So I jump in. Because I could tell, and I was like, hey, man, like, he's just pissed. Like, don't mind him.
But they were like, oh, fuck.
All right,
looking at you.
I was being non-common. I was like, hey, guys, let's just calm down. Like, don't worry about him. He's tripping. Because I could tell what was going on. Ian was right. They were being kind of inconsiderate, and they're dumb, and they didn't care, and it was rude. But to be fair, you are kind of in their turf. They're regulars at that bar. They live over there. It's not a comedy club. It is a bar. And Ian will admit this now, I'm sure. Like, you know, yes, they're being ignorant and they're being rude, okay? on paper, but we are kind of in their zone. You know what I'm saying? They go there every night. It just happens to be comedy night. You know what I'm saying? So we are kind of like, you know, doing the what do you call it? The fucking, what do they call that? The guerrilla comedy or the forced comedy or whatever?
Yeah, because like
combat.
Like Quinlan's, bro. Have you been to Quinlan's?
No, but I know what it is. So check this out. So then we break up the fight, and then they try to take it outside, and fucking Ian went off on him again.
I heard about the outside portion. Like
yeah,
they went
we
up.
broke that up too, and then everything calmed down, and everybody left. But so my point is, okay, I went up before that happened, right? I did 5 minutes or whatever the fuck it was. Me doing that set in front of 3 comedians that have heard all my jokes, plus these fucking dudes that aren't caring, and they're playing pool and shooting shots and shit. Like, that's not as much of a benefit for if I do comedy in front of a crowd that's listening, and let's say I don't do well, right? And I get honest feedback about the material I'm presenting to them, right?
Yeah, because you can throw jokes away that were actually good, and you didn't fucking...
You'll never know.
You never know.
That is way more valuable to me than talking into oblivion and fucking not knowing if what I said was actually good or not. You know what I mean? So...
Well, I mean, I feel like some of the comics are good about telling you, like, you know, but at the same time, if you don't have that crowd feedback, it's like those Zoom fucking comedy shows. You see that shit?
I've
you'd
heard
be on
about
a
it.
camera and like doing. I never did one because there's no way I'm gonna just talk into a camera and try to tell jokes and then pause for laughter.
Yeah.
You know, like I just no, fuck that.
Yeah.
It's too awkward, man. Like
Right.
you need the whole thing about comedy. I always felt like a good show was when you could bounce with the crowd back and forth. You get your laugh or you get your response of whatever you want. Because sometimes. Even a boo or an like that's the response I wanted actually.
Yeah.
When you tell a joke, you know, you don't always need the horrible laugh, you know, the big loud laughs. You just sometimes even the cringe moments are the ones you're looking for too. So
Yeah.
I just like working with the crowd. That's the most fun, playing with the crowd.
Yeah. Yeah, totally, man. But yeah, dude, I don't have this week has just been fucking hectic, dude. Normally I have a bunch of clips that we go over and stuff. I'll have to have you back when we have like maybe we'll have you back with Ian or have you back with Stankto or something, and we'll like go over some fucking clips and do all this shit. This week has just been fucking crazy.
Still had a great time.
Oh yeah, no, it's awesome. It's just I really try to incorporate a lot of that stuff into the format because I really like to riff on stuff. I like to go over it. And normally I have a bunch of stuff prepared, but this week I just fucking it's just been crazy.
Is it like TikTok clips or something like that? Typically?
Just different clips, yeah, different TikTok clips, different YouTube clips, or if some subject comes up, you know, that we like, or you know, or that we talk about, I'll bring it up, or I'll look on a lot of the Dallas and Fort Worth Reddit's pages, and like if there's interesting things that I see come up, happen, interesting articles, like I'll bring shit up. But it's just been so fucking busy this week.
What'd you hear about? I got one that's current news.
Go, yeah.
Fucking Ukraine, man. Did you hear about that? They're releasing prisoners now.
Yeah.
And to actually fight for them. Hey, if you know how to fight or shoot a gun, get out of prison.
Oh yeah, they
go
were giving.
fight.
Well, in the beginning, they were just telling everybody, they're like, hey, if you want to help defend the country,
here's a gun.
Here's a gun. You go go to your town square and just mount up. It's fucking crazy, dude.
It is nuts, but I mean, I saw, speaking of like TikToks though, I saw a video where it was like a Ukrainian like holding a boomstick out and letting it get shot and just fucking laughing his ass off, like having a great time. I was like, man, it's, you know, it's like, what would it be like here? I wonder. Just a little bit. I don't want war, I promise you.
Yeah,
but you know,
that's horrible.
But just imagine Texas. Just imagine Texas if war came to Texas.
Yeah, well, it's a completely different culture here for sure. I think people, but you know, the Ukrainian people, I mean, they're showing they're not playing around, bro. Because like they straight up said, Russia is like it's way fucking harder than they thought it was going to be to fucking occupy this place.
I mean, what is it? That's why, you know, America never gets occupied, is because more people own guns than the military.
Well, there's an ocean and everything too. There's a geographical thing
yeah,
too. So we rule. We are way miles and miles and miles ahead economically, you know, strategically, you know, defense wise of the countries that we border with.
Yeah,
so
America,
that helps.
fuck yeah.
Yeah, Canada's our fucking little partner, and fucking Mexico is. You
They're
know,
like the hall monitors for us.
Yeah,
like they have the pass and everything. You know, they're like, hey, you're late for class.
Yeah, they are, dude. They are, dude. And like Mexico is like our friend from the hood.
Yeah. He gets us the weed from his brothers or some shit. It's like here's
they
that
don't have
crumble.
the money. They'll fucking cut your head off and put it on a mailbox. But
bro, also
but they
you
need
get
us.
cheap pit bull puppies though.
Yeah,
Very
but they
cheap
need
pit bull
us.
puppies.
Like we're their customer, bro. They make a lot of money off of our drug sales, dude. For
That's
sure.
what I always hate going by like Shawn Santos sometimes, because you know people like they don't understand like Brazilian is not Mexican, it's
Right.
not Puerto Rican, it's not. It's its own thing. It's Portuguese and Spaniard mostly. And that's where my family is. Like, so I am actually like half Portuguese. I'm like just almost all Portuguese, which is technically over in Europe.
Right.
But that being said, though, it's always nice though, because it's like, no, bro, I don't mow yards. I don't fix roofs. I don't do none of that.
Yeah,
like, I'm not the brown that does that.
Yeah. You do jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. They all ask me like, "Do you know Joe Rogan? Because you're Brazilian."
That's funny. That's funny, dude.
It's like I met him once, but I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, man. Well, cool, man. We went over dates already. We're a little bit over the hour mark. But hey, man, everybody, thanks for tuning in again. Thanks for coming down again.
Yes,
man.
Absolutely. Follow me on Shawn Santos on Instagram, TikTok. It's all the same. Makes it easy. SHAWN 2 and then Santos.
Done, dude. So I'll have to have you back next time because, like I said, I'm going to start having a lot more 2 guest episodes.
Hell yeah. I thought it would have been fun if we could have brought him in.
It would have been great. And that's why I love doing those, and I want to start doing them more often because, like, this is great. This is cool. I love how I'm set up right now currently for this. I want to maybe get some chairs instead and get rid of the table so it's like more of a hang. Because when you have 2 guests and you got 3 people, 4 is pushing it because that's a lot of voices, right? But, like, 3 is great, dude. I've had super fun with the times I've done the 2 guests and me, and it's way more of a hang at that point because you're having a conversation, you're bouncing stuff off.
It's not just bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
It's like bam, 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 bam. You know?
Which is cool. Which is cool. Like one-on-one is cool. This has been great, but it's way more of like a, hey, did you fucking hear about this? Like shit comes up.
Some bean bags, dude. Just some bean bags.
Yeah.
That would be so sick.
Bean bags would be a little because
we're a little old too, so it's a little hard to get down there.
I mean, I'll get down. It's just a matter of I would feel like it's just like too slouched, you know. So I want to get some chairs, like some like armchairs, and then I can put the mic arms like on the side, like maybe on a side table, and then move this sign so that way you're just kind of hanging out and put in a position where everybody can see the TV.
They're throwing up like a prop wall or a sheet. So you could have that as a back wall, even a green screen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to do a green screen, but yeah, man, I mean, just make it so everybody can actually just sit down. Because right now this is very set up for like one-on-one.
Yeah, like, I like looking into your eyes though. They're beautiful, beautiful blue eyes.
I do it just for you. But yeah, like so, I want to definitely change it. So the next time you come back, I'll have you with another guest that we'll figure out, and it'll be fucking cool.
You guys remember that he said I was coming back?
Fuck yeah, of course, man. I've loved that people want to do this, and it's cool, man. Because I like in the beginning when I was barely starting it, like I used to have to be like, fucking come do it. And I get it because it's like, this fucking new guy. Like, plus a lot of people, I feel like, and this is explained to me, like a lot of people, when someone says like they have a podcast, it's like you go to their apartment and it's like them with a microphone and fucking,
I'll fucking do it, dude. I did a shit show with Anthony Fink where I went to a bathroom and we were next to each other shitting.
You told me. I guess what I'm saying though is like some people are hesitant though because they're like, do you want to come and do my podcast? And then you come and like you sit there on the floor in their apartment next to their dirty laundry with one microphone. You know what I'm saying? That
fair enough.
That's what they're saying.
There was actually no. This has production value. Like
I try to make it good.
It looks good, man.
Yeah, I try to make it good, man. So like I'll have you back with a guest. And sorry everybody. It's been so busy. I haven't had a chance to do like clips and shit. I'm gonna fucking go to bed tonight. It's the first thing I'm gonna fucking do when I turn the cameras off and the microphones off. But yeah, man. Thanks for coming by, dude.
No worries.
You got anything else you want to say or plug?
No, man.
Whatever?
I appreciate you having me here, man, and thanks for the time. And y'all see me again.
Cool, man. We'll see you guys next week. Crux, yeah, bitches.
Woo!
Let me hear you say Crux, yeah. Crux, yeah. Let me hear you say Crux, yeah. Crux, yeah. Crux, yeah, podcast.
Crux proper.